they are perpetrating this genocide in the name of Jews, so I think it's important for Jews to speak up and say that this doesn't represent us. So this is my reason.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Yo soy Ginés Navarro y sigo aquí en Koik Gallery. Ahora estoy con Nicholas Milkovich a propósito de su exposición Muro de Carga. Y bueno, antes de comenzar, les pido que se suscriban, compartan y den like porque eso nos ayuda a seguir haciendo más contenido como este. Comenzamos.
En este podcast hablamos de todo, pero en especial de arte, porque cuando hablamos de arte, hablamos de nosotros. Yo soy Ginés Navarro y esto es Arte en Serie, por Dossier.
Hi, Nicholas. How are you?
Hello, I'm very good. Thank you for having me.
Tell me, why Muro de Carga?
It's a good question. One of my friends who is also an activist, an anti-Zionist activist, he is Egyptian, and he and I trade ideas a lot. He recommended the title, and I love it because
Great title.
it's a great title. In English, load-bearing walls. In Spanish, Muro de Carga. It's a wall that bears the load of the whole building. Without it, it falls. So it is integral to the structure, and it carries a lot of emotional weight as well.
Nicolás nos dice un poco que trabajando con un amigo suyo que es egipcio, que fue quien le recomendó el título, le pareció un gran título porque tenía este doble significado de pues, el muro que sostiene un edificio y al mismo tiempo esta parte emocional de estar cargando emocionalmente con toda una estructura. And your work is about Palestine.
Yes.
Why Palestine?
It's a very good question. I am an anti-Zionist Jewish advocate for Palestinian emancipation. The majority of my life, I was a Zionist. I grew up where Zionism, which for your viewers is the belief that Jews have they should colonize Israel and take it from Palestine. So I grew up in this environment, and as I de-radicalized, it became very important that I share my voice as well, because, they are perpetrating this genocide in the name of Jews, so I think it's important for Jews to speak up and say that this doesn't represent us. So this is my reason.
Nicolás nos dice que él es judío, pero antisionista, porque creció en este ambiente un poco antisionista y que cree que es importante para él, como judío, que viene de una raza que viene de una persecución, levantar su voz y también decir que están en contra de esto, no por ser judío, no tienes por qué no ser antisionista, ¿no? And isn't it difficult to be Jewish and being against Israel?
I think it shouldn't be, because Zionism and Judaism are two very different things. And the majority of Zionists in the world are not Jewish. They are Christian, evangelical Christians. So it shouldn't be, but you're right, there is pressure from family, from friends, from the institutions in the United States especially, that put pressure on me and my friends to not speak out. I do feel that it's necessary, but you're right, it is difficult. I think after October 7th, I had many people, attack me for my anti-Zionist views, and I understand people's anguish, but now we are 2 years into a genocide.
Yes, it's a very strong position, but it's very legitimate. Nicolás me dice que, bueno, yo le pregunté si no era difícil ser antisionista y ser judío al mismo tiempo. No tendría por qué serlo, porque el sionismo y el judaísmo son dos cosas diferentes, pero de alguna manera sí hay mucha presión del mundo exterior, de su familia, de la sociedad, ¿no? Y después de octubre 7 recibió mucha presión de parte de la sociedad. Un año después, pues estamos viendo un genocidio y pues no podemos estar callados. And how does this reflects on your work?
Yes, this is very different from the work that I've done before. Normally, my work is, and it's the same in a lot of ways, but different in the sense that I'm tackling an issue that is very overtly political, when normally I would make comments about the body in conflict with itself, which is political, but it is more personal. So I have a background in biomechanics, and my installation work usually has to do with material and the body. So here in this exhibition, it's the same. There's materials, the body is present, but this is the first time I've done anything like this before.
And it's very interesting because you use bodies and part of the bodies as a speech, as a dialogue. And I think it's very interesting because, well, first of all, you use biomechanics, which is very different way to do art. And then you use bodies and parts of bodies and confront the viewer with your art. So tell us a little about that.
Yes, I think it's for those who don't know, biomechanics is as an engineer. I have a PhD in biomechanics. It is the study of the body as though it's a machine. And the same principles that govern a machine, the same science, it governs the body. And I think about the body as just an assortment of very complicated parts. So as I abstract and I deconstruct the body within the gallery, I feel as though I turn the body, instead of an object, more into a space. And the body is very fascinating to me, but it also is very disturbing. Things that go wrong with the body, like cancer and injuries, I find all of this to be upsetting. But my research is about scar tissue, and the body heals. And I find that equally as fascinating. Yeah.
Le preguntaba un poco cómo se reflejaba toda su ideología en su obra y un poco de qué va su obra. Dice que, bueno, es el cuerpo en conflicto, el cuerpo enfrentándose. Él tiene un grado en biomecánico. Lo biomecánico es justo el estudio del cuerpo como máquina, que al final de cuentas el cuerpo es una máquina, ¿no? Y le parece fascinante cómo funciona el cuerpo en esta cuestión de autocurarse, cómo se autorregula, pero también cómo se daña a través de enfermedades como cáncer, etcétera, etcétera. Entonces, eso es lo que podemos ver en su obra. This is part of the residency in Koik Gallery. Tell us why Mexico, why this residency?
Yeah, I first came to Mexico for a different residency, Radio 28, which is in Centro as well. And it was my first residency outside of art school. And I fell in love with the city, as many people do. I came back last year for a different residency in Jilotepec, Cobertizo. Wonderful experiences. And every time I come here, I feel like I am building upon my work from the previous experience. So the first time I came here, I was paying attention to the infrastructure of Mexico City, which is very unique. And every time I pass on the sidewalk, exposed tubes and wires, I feel like I'm looking into the body of the city. And my work for every time I've come to Mexico has been about thinking about Mexico City like a body. And again, it just builds and builds. So it's the perfect place for art, and I'll keep coming back. Yeah.
Bueno, él vino, está aquí como parte de una residencia por Koik, por la galería de Koik, y que bueno, no esta es la primera vez que está aquí, ha estado en residencias previas. y que le parece fascinante esta ciudad, bueno, como a todos nosotros, los que vivimos aquí y los que venimos aquí, y que, bueno, le parece fascinante justo por esto, porque cada encuentro con la ciudad le parece un encuentro con la ciudad como una máquina, ¿no? Como estas, cuando va por la calle y ve los cables expuestos, se siente que está viendo la maquinaria de la ciudad, el cuerpo de la ciudad, y que, bueno, va a seguir viniendo porque, pues, como a todos nos parece una ciudad fascinante. And tell us, we think you don't find art. Art finds you. Tell us how art finds you.
Wow, what a good thought. Art finds me. I didn't go to university to become an artist. My parents sent me to school to be an engineer. And so, secretly, without them knowing, I took art classes because I figure as long as I get the engineering degree, they'll be happy. And so eventually I told them I'm also going to be an artist. I tried to just be an engineer, and it was the most miserable I've ever been.
Yes, I think.
So I think like I didn't really have a choice. It was just something that had to happen. I do see myself as an artist first and an engineer second, which I think people are confused about. But yeah, my parents just wanted me to be an engineer.
Le preguntaba que el por qué, que bueno, que nosotros pensamos que el arte, tú no te encuentras el arte, sino que el arte te encuentra. Y que bueno, que para él siempre fue parte de su vida, aunque él en realidad no estudió para ser artista, sino más bien ingeniero, y secretamente estaba estudiando arte, pues un poco para complacer a sus papás, pero nunca se sentía miserable trabajando como ingeniero, y que pues ya estaba dentro de él esta parte de ser artista, entonces pues some way you came out as an artist.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
And I think we love here in this podcast is to get recommendations from the artist. So what do you recommend us? You're hearing, you're watching on TV or music, some book, something you want to recommend us?
In terms of artists, my favorite artists are Ella Natsui, who is an artist from Ghana. Also Tara Donovan. Both of these sculptors have installations in multiples, and they inspire me quite a lot. In terms of if people are curious about learning about the history of Palestinians, I do recommend 100 Years of War on Palestine by Rashid Khalidi. And I can repeat that as well. It's brief, so it's condensed, but it gives the full context of how Zionism was propped up by the West as a colonial project, and it's very clear and informative. So,
Le pedí algunas recomendaciones para no repetir, se las pongo aquí abajito y para seguir con la conversación. And tell us about your future projects.
My future project. So my day job is I am a professor of engineering, physics, and sculpture. So my next project is the fall semester, which I will be preparing to teach a sculpture class and several physics classes. Yeah. This is North Central College in Chicago, a wonderful school.
And came back to Mexico.
Yes.
We hope to see some of your future work here or wherever you are, and thank you. Le pregunté un poco, cuáles son sus proyectos futuros. Nos dice que, él es profesor de escultura y ingeniería y de arte. Entonces, pues, preparar estas clases un poco en Chicago. Y, y ojalá que lo podamos volver a ver aquí pronto y ver mucho de tu trabajo. Where can we follow you on social media?
It is my full name on Instagram is Nicholas Milkovich, and it's just the full name. Yeah.
The full name.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thanks for this conversation.
Thank you so much.
We hope to get back soon.
Yeah.
And estamos aquí en Koik, así que les pido un fuerte aplauso para nuestro canal. Thank you. la primera vez con estos dos podcasts que tenemos público, entonces también estamos iniciando con estos transmisiones en vivo. Nosotros ya saben, nos encuentran como dossier-art en todas las redes. Por favor, compartan, denle like y síganos porque eso nos ayuda a seguir haciendo mejor contenido para ustedes y para los artistas. Muchísimas gracias y thank you very much.
Thank you.
Y seguimos hablando de arte porque cuando hablamos de arte, hablamos de nosotros. Santa.